I just lost a handful of chicks to Coccidia. Yes, even after all of the content I've been putting out about treating for Coccidia, I lost a bunch of chicks literally overnight to Coccidia. And here's what's really interesting, okay? It is the timing that I put these chicks on the soil. Because I've had so many losses this year, I've had to hatch several. I tried to hatch all at once right in the beginning of like January, but I lost a lot of those birds. So I've basically been hatching consistently every month and then raising the birds inside in my indoor brooders until they're about 3 to 4 weeks. Our temperatures are warm here, so I can put them outside earlier than you guys can in colder climates. So at about 3 to 4 weeks, I've been putting them on the soil. All of the birds who just overnight, from what I now recognize as Coccidia, were the chicks that I most recently put onto the soil. I'm talking maybe a week ago. Man, how frustrating. If it's not a damn predator, it's Coccidia. Coccidia thrives in hot, wet environments, and it is hot and it is wet. It's the Florida rainy season. It's the Florida like spring/summer where it's like 90 degrees already every day, rainy season. And so I bet what happened is those birds who I put out in January and February had time to like be in the soil and develop some natural immunities through lower exposure to Coccidia. But these birds that I just put out in this climate did not have time to acclimate, and their little systems couldn't handle the overload of Coccidia the way the older birds can. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and mix up some chorid in the water. Yes, mine is in a fancy jar. You guys have commented on that. It's because I always drop the plastic jars, and when I do, the lid slams and it always busts off, so I had to put it in this mason jar. I'm gonna mix the chorid for a severe dose of Coccidia, which is a rate of 1.5 teaspoons per gallon of water, and I'm gonna make this fresh. It's gonna be the only, I'm gonna mix 2 gallons, I get a lot of chicks. It's gonna be the only source of water that my chicks get for 5 to 7 days, and then after that time period, I will lower the dosage. I don't know the exact dosage for the last 5 to 7 days off the top of my head, but I'll include a dosage chart here like I always do for you. Also, while I'm treating, I don't use medicated feed, but if you are somebody who offers medicated feed, we don't do medicated feed while we're treating with chorid. We do the chorid only. Also, I'm not going to do any vitamin supplements during treatment. I would reserve those for after treatment is finished entirely. And also, I would like to state that I haven't seen losses like I just did overnight from Coccidia in years. What is with this year? It is a tough year, y'all. Now that I'm sure of what I'm looking at, let me show you what some of these birds look like, just to give you a little bit of an eye for how Coccidia can prevent inverts. And let me tell you that like these chicks have been running around like and I have not seen any bloody stool. I did find some this morning when I was like inspecting through the dirt, but I mean this hit quickly. This bird right here, this little bantam cochin baby, do you see how she's huddled and her wings are drooped and she just looks genuinely really uncomfortable? These lavender Americanas back there, those are also some of the newer birds who are likely affected. Look, this one right here too. Do you see how she's just a little lethargic, kind of off to herself? Yep. But you see these guys, these are the older birds right here, and they seem perfectly normal, right? They're like, what's going on? What happened to all those birds? We didn't do it, I swear. Interesting. Yes, you guys get the medicine. Well, look at you. Aren't you fancy? It is possible that I could experience a couple more losses. I don't know exactly how progressed it is in those few little cochins in there, but hopefully, I mean, chorid is pretty fast acting, so hopefully today was the end of it and this will enable them all to recover. Really ready to be done hatching for the season, and like all of this shit that keeps happening just makes me keep having to put more and more and more eggs into the incubator, which on it, I'm really over it.